Let's take a look at and then compare some of the styles of hammer that are available to us on modern revolvers. Now, historically, there have been different types of hammers. There are prototypes and unique ones out there, but these four styles are going to represent the options that we have available to us in modern revolvers, regardless of manufacturer, caliber, or size. The type of hammer that you decide on is going to be a factor of two things: how you're going to use the revolver and how the revolver works. Typically, revolvers are going to fall into one of three categories: either single action, double action single action, or double action only. And again, the type of hammer that you just choose might be determined by the operation first, but also on how you're going to use it. So let's take a look at some of the options. First off, we have a Taurus here with a shrouded hammer. Next, we have a Smith & Wesson with an internal hammer. Next, we have another Smith & Wesson with the standard hammer with a spur. And then we have a Ruger here with a bobbed hammer or a spurless hammer. Now this one's a double action only. You got your regular double action single action. Then you've got another double action only and another double action single action. Now, we weren't going to talk too much about single action hammers here because, again, we're talking about modern revolvers, and we're typically talking about a hammer with a spur or some way that people have come up with to take that spur out of the equation, typically to make it easier to draw from a holster or from a pocket and for concealability. So let's take a look at these in a little more detail. First, we have this Ruger SP101. This one happens to be a 357, and that's a bobbed hammer, double action only. Next, we've got a Smith & Wesson Model 6014, another 357 with the standard hammer with a spur. Next is another Smith 357, the Model 640 with the internal hammer, double action only. And then last we have this Taurus Protector Model 851, which is a 38 with that shrouded hammer that gives you the ability to shoot either double action or single action by pulling the hammer back. Again, for concealability, easy use, most people prefer for CCW just double action only, so the internal hammer is a popular option. But again, depending on how you're going to use the revolver, something like this Smith with a standard hammer gives you the ability to shoot in single action. Again, going back to a more defensive type, we've got this Ruger SP101 with the bobbed hammer, and again, double action only means as you pull the trigger, the hammer is going to come back and fire in one move. Now, there's advantages and disadvantages to each. With the bobbed hammer, you do have the potential for clothing or something to get in the way of that hammer. Obviously, with the standard hammer with a spur, there's a possibility for the spur to catch on something during the draw. The big disadvantage on an internal hammer is that since it's only double action only, it can be tough to learn how to pull the trigger on that one. And with the shrouded hammer, you've got a large kind of bulge in the back of the frame there, and a lot of people don't like how much larger they are than the other options. So none of them is perfect. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. We hope to offer a quick introduction to all of them here. Thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.